Bus ride serves as a resource of ideas, a resource of inspiration.
My first time taking the bus. It was something very exciting. My heart was really pumping.
A bus journey is a crucial downtime for me. And at the same time, I get to create things that keeps my mind moving. You have to have a productive life.
I needed to show that I'm capable of doing things, that I can hold my own in this world.
I want to leave a legacy behind, a reminder to people to achieve things that are beyond their imagination.
So I take the bus outside my house to Jiu-jitsu training. I train almost every day, like 6 times a week.
Just a very special guy. I've known him now for 3 or 4 years, and I've been constantly impressed by the man. He's always willing to put himself out there and take the risks in order to help himself get better.
Brazilian Jiu-jitsu is like human chess, and I really love how I have to outsmart others under pressure. Every time someone does something, I will have to counter it with another move. It was something that I felt stimulated me, problem solve on the go.
When Jet was young, I used to share with him people are born with different conditions, and we just have to work around it and make what works the best.
Good boy. You be good, okay, Oz?
Jet was born with an iridia. He has a very thin rim of iris, and his retina is not fully formed.
When I look at things, I have to go really, really close. For example, like using my phone or even like reading off an A4 piece of paper, I have to go really close like this. I can usually see someone's facial features, so like where their nose, eyes and all are, but I may not be able to see like smaller details such as like moles or scars on someone.
When he was probably about 3, so at the doctors, they gave him a telescope and they told him, go look around. He stopped where I was and he laughed and he said, I have never seen you so clearly before. And I was like, oh, that's probably the first time he could actually make out what I look like.
I'm Jet. I'm 28 this year and I'm a Brazilian Jiu-jitsu exponent. I'm a purple belt. Sometimes I feel like I still don't deserve it, but I trust the people who have given it to me. And this is my earpiece. I think this is one of my more essential things that I will have to bring. If not, I'm very lost on the bus. Taking the bus was really a leap of faith for me because I was always afraid of, what if I can't see the bus or what if I get lost, things like this. But I felt that it was something that I needed for myself to show that I'm capable of doing things on my own.
I love taking buses because when I observe and I see certain things, it inspires me and gives me a new idea. Okay, let's take that, put it inside my note, and I'll teach it to my members.
Ammar is a very talented and creative person. Right away, we were able to find a common language. Both of us are dancers and choreographers. Movement and dance is one language that we use to communicate with each other.
I see movement in every single thing. When I see people jogging, running, I will take that and apply it to my dance. when I see construction site, someone is dealing with shadows passing by, birds, how they move. And I took that motion and make it into part of my choreography.
That time he was 2 to 3 years. He always put her ears to the TV, the speaker. We noticed that something wrong with the ear. We bring him to doctor, the hearing impaired doctor.
The doctor did a test, like he would clap, and I didn't respond to the clap. That was when the doctor informed my parents and said that, okay, Ammar has a disability. He's not able to hear fully. My name is Ammar. I'm a deaf artist based in Singapore. I do a lot of dancing, performing, theatre, and also a side hustle, which is filming. I draw inspiration from taking bus ride because it's very visual. It increased my creative juice, I would say. And it's amazing how this such simple trip from point A to point B, I could complete a whole set of choreography for my dance.
Okay. Get the test? Okay. Hello. Morning. Okay. Up you go. My routine starts very early in the morning. I would send Mika, my son, to school. Okay, what? Usually what I do on bus journey, I would either crochet or I would read a book.
I don't really see you read that much.
No, I read.
I don't see you. I just see you crochet all day.
It's normal. It's a normality that we are used to, seeing our mother crochet everywhere.
I crochet all the time because it calms me down. It's therapeutic. At the same time, it keeps my mind moving. Yeah, creating new patterns, creating new objects.
Seeing her crochet in her free time, making sure that she doesn't waste time, right? It inspires me to do the same. She's the most compassionate person I know. She doesn't hesitate to give. And it shows in her volunteering at the CC.
Hang on, I come back to here, okay? Okay. Just keep this up. I'm part of the Taman Jurong Active Aging Committee. I volunteer to teach crochet to our community members. Okay? Yeah, so you start with one, then two, and
She likes to crochet a lot, so the best that she teach other people how to crochet and at the same time informing the public about dementia.
lubang right there. Okay, so you put your hook inside there.
I read that crocheting may reduce or postpone dementia.
My grandmother started to have dementia when she stopped working, and then she started to stay at home more often, and then it progressively get more worse.
My mom has dementia and her mom has dementia. So I'm actually quite worried because they say that 1/3 of genes would be passed down. I would like to successfully age actively to prevent it from happening. Nak mama tak? Nak makan tak? Jom. Tak nak. Bila nak go where? My mom's dementia started very early for her, around late 40s. And it started with missing bus stops, forgetting her keys, forgetting that she has eaten. It's all these small little things. Dah taruh air. Sayang. Lagi. Sikit lagi. We send my mom by bus to the St. Luke's Elder Care Centre. We send my mom by bus is also by choice. It gets her out of the house. It keeps her healthy. And actually the interaction, even though some people find it a nuisance, it's actually good for her to interact with the outside world. Kenapa? Bye. nanti naik jalan. Sini. Sini. Jalan sini. Tu zebra crossing tu. Sana. Yeah. It's important to be able to identify the signs. When you see an old person with dementia, the signs could be they are disoriented and they are lost. We.
Tu mak ai.
Mak. Okay. Sini yang tepi. Sini nanti kereta jalan. Instead of just jumping in and say that, "Are you okay, uncle? Do you need help?" Usually they would just say, No, because they're disoriented. It might help with the little interaction. Hello.
Madam Salimah. Selamat pagi.
Then from there proceed and ask further. How are you, uncle? I think that's the very good way to approach someone. Oh. Mak. Apa ni? 1, 1.
Mak.
Here.
Nombor berapa?
Nombor berapa?
1.
Oh, ni?
Nombor 1.
No.
Ni nombor berapa?
Ni.
Nombor 2.
Okey.
Nombor 3. Okey. Bodoh lah aku kat kerja lah.
Okey, nak kena sign. Kena sign. Mak nak kena sign.
Pegang pensel.
Hello, Mummy. Because of my family history of dementia with my mother and my grandmother, I am more aware. Active aging is important to me because it's not just about longevity. You have to have a productive life. It has to be healthy, independent living. Once or twice a week, I will take the feeder bus service to Taman Jurong Community Club for my crochet activities. On the bus, it seems to be happening quite often for me whenever I crochet. The interaction with people, they tend to ask you questions like, where do you get your yarn from? How do you do this? Is it freehand? Do you come up with the pattern? It becomes a connection. You just have to reach out, be more open and smile. Actually, I'm quite introverted. Crochet changed me into a different personality. I'm part of the Taman Jurong Fibre Artist Group. We come together to interact, share ideas, teach each other, brainstorming about how we can actually use ChatGPT to actually come up with a crochet pattern. At Taman Jurong CC, we are very pro STEM. Science, technology, engineering and mathematics.
Okay, welcome to our very simple introduction to e-textiles. So what we're going to do today is create your own light-up circuit with your crochet.
The mind needs to be stimulated constantly. Active aging helps keep dementia at bay when you learn new things.
It is very good for people like us, cognitive, so it's brain and using your hands. So you need to think how to do it, how to make it neat.
What most of you are doing today is actually this squeeze cushion, and what will happen when we squeeze it is that there'll be a little light that lights up. So it tells you that you have squeezed enough or the contact point has been reached, so it will light up.
Every single connection helps you feel less lonely. Social support is critical to slowing down dementia and for your own mental health.
Jack, I can just put it here.
Yes, you can.
My chicken light out! I did it! Yay! Yeah! Okay.
So we put it in like this?
No, the other side.
This way? I had rather protective parents, or rather concerned parents, I would say.
His dad will send him to school in the morning and I take him back after school every day. That was what we were comfortable with. He had never taken the bus.
Whenever I'm actually in my parents' car, I always seen people hop on and hop off the buses. I've always envied them at that time because they were able to move around on their own, and it just seemed cool to take the bus instead of just taking a car. in secondary school, my friends and I decided to go to Thompson Plaza. I was like, I'm gonna take the bus. My heart was really pumping. It was something that I've never done before. My friends, they didn't really know that it was my first time taking the bus. I wanted to look normal, so I really just followed whatever they did. They tapped, I tapped. You know, when they moved in, I moved in. So I followed their each and every action so that it seemed like I knew what I was doing. And it was cool because it was like my first time that I could stand on a vehicle, and I think that was one of the more significant feelings that I've ever felt.
Smells good, Jet.
Yeah.
4 for you.
Thanks.
I noticed that he got bolder and bolder. He starts to go out a lot more.
I didn't need to be fetched around. I could take the bus to anywhere I like. So this was a newfound independence.
I used to tell him when you're at the bus stop, you should tell somebody the bus number that you're looking for. You know, when the bus comes to let you know. But he always tells me no. So I don't really know till date how he managed because he won't tell me.
I always face this difficulty hailing the correct bus because I'm unable to see from afar what bus is actually arriving. So I usually use my camera phone to zoom in to see, but usually the glare in the day makes it difficult for me to see the bus as well. I would usually use the SG Buses app to help me to know what buses are arriving. Try to see, oh, maybe it's a green bus or maybe it's a red and white bus. So that means maybe it's an SBS bus or SMRT bus. So that is also helpful for me. When I walk in, I can see where the poles are, where the handles are as well. If it's a double-decker bus, I like to always go up to the upper deck to sit. So I usually take the stairs up. I find that people on the buses are very, very friendly, especially the bus drivers because they always tend to want to help me. So there was once I was on 190 from Orchard Road and it was a very packed bus back to the front door. The bus driver actually shouted all the way to the back and said, oh, let this guy through because he needs to take a seat. There was also another incident. The woman actually grabbed my hand and then she put it to the pole, and from there on I had to actually pretend like I couldn't really see and like feel for the poles as I moved along the bus, just so that she didn't have to feel bad because actually I could see, but I really appreciate such friendly gestures because I find that people are so aware and people are so full of concern for others as well.
That time he was young also. That time I think he's primary 6, I think. I try to console him, advise him this is normal, right? Just life had to go on. But he's very frustrated about the divorce.
I tried so many ways to kind of, just trying to avoid that situation, to not be in that same house as my parents. I had the intention of just traveling on the bus without having an idea where should I stop. I explore a lot of new places. It made me happier for that moment, and I live for that moment. Taking that long bus ride was a source of comfort. Assalamualaikum.
Huh?
Yes. Yeah, let's go. Go eat.
Go eat here.
Yeah. I found all our old stuff, photos.
So many.
Yeah, CD. That time you give me a Walkman, remember? Your Walkman.
Wow, this one is the old one.
The old one.
Wow, it's one of my favorite.
Yeah. He started playing music when I was a very young age. I still remember a lot of time every Sunday you always blast the music at home. When you give me pocket money, right? I will buy CDs. Every day you give me $2. I save. Then the Walkman you lend to me. I play all this music. Actually, I got one whole album full of CD. I cannot emphasize how vital and essential music is. I feel that music is the policy of my life.
When I play the music, I feel like it's near to the
TV.
The TV, near to the
speaker lah.
Speaker.
Yeah.
Then I noticed that something wrong with you lah.
But actually that time also, I didn't notice whether I'm deaf or what.
Yeah.
So that time I was what, 4 years old?
It's 1994.
1994, that means 2 years old.
2 years old.
As I grew up, it was very difficult for me to accept myself being a deaf person. I tried to sing, I tried to rap, and I record myself, hear back my own voice, and I realized that it does affect my vocal, my speech. It sounds different. That period, I really hated myself. As a deaf person, I'm always feeling very insecure, like, oh, what if people talk to me? Through what I see on TV, on movies, there were many instances where body language was very universal. How a person could move in a certain way and evoke emotion, character.
When I'm on the TV, he see the movement of the dancer, then he follow.
My eyes are my ears. My father, when he showed me Bollywood films, I start to copy some of the movement, especially like Shah Rukh Khan. So there's actually a sign name for him, Shah Rukh Khan. He was my favorite idol. And I learned how to dance through my father's influence.
Ayah, what song should I use for my next class? Oh, I think...
At the age of 17, I decided to pursue dancing as my career. When I'm dancing, I express myself even better, and there is a sense of freedom where I could just like be at my own best. Yeah, I'll see you.
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
Okay, you take care, okay?
Okay.
See you next week also.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, I think Ammar is happy now with his life lah. Right. When he happy, I also feel happy also.
I always try to take the bus whenever it makes sense to. It just tells me that, I can hold my own in this world. I've come quite a long way from just being that teenager who was so inexperienced from taking the bus, who was so nervous in taking public transport, to someone that has a positive self-image now, who has so much more to offer. Okay, let's go!
Jed is our sponsored athlete at the moment. He trains whenever he wants. He gets to teach classes here as well. I think he's done a wonderful job representing us and helping to impart our values. We want to take people beyond the level that they never thought that they could reach. And I think Jed is a wonderful example. His real dedication to always getting himself to be better and making those around him better is really impressive to me.
Okay, so X-guard, off balance first, to the front. Put the hands on the mat. Now it's like this, I'm gonna switch my right leg. Here. Knees to chest, to elevate. Now I kick through as I hand assist to pull it through. Now I'm gonna triangle my leg down to sweep him across. And you go down, like this. And here you can start attacking the legs as well.
I really love how the sport has helped me build more confidence in speaking to others.
So you use your knee. Yes. Now you switch your bottom knee to the top.
And this led to having to build meaningful relationships and friendships with the community.
Yes, triangle your legs. Sweep him across. Hey, nice. Yeah, so these are my friends. So I think we've known each other for quite a number of years. So I think you guys are coming to support me on 1st April.
I'll be fighting at the ADCC Singapore National Open. So the competition is pretty big. People from all over the world come to Singapore to compete.
I fought pro once, but this is like my first time really like pro. So I think it's the highest level that I've been at. So nice. We'll see how it goes as well. Yeah, but
you can do it. We believe in you. Yes.
At the moment, I'm actually working on a sunburst square, which will be joined together into a bag. It's actually a gift for a friend whose birthday is coming up. Crochet helps to create new neurons in the brain whenever you do new patterns and when you brainstorm to create a new project. Sometimes you can't find a pattern online, you can't Google it. You have to actually visualize, calculate it mathematically, and sometimes scientifically too. Will it be able to be washable? Will it withstand the weather? During COVID, Taman Jurong CC wanted to line their trees for National Day. So that was my first yarn bomb participation. Yarn bombing, to some is graffiti, to some is art. To us, is really just an outlet to show our creativity. So whenever I take the bus, I will inspect the pieces and make sure it's fine. This is my very first tree. It actually survived many sun and rain. Yep. Most of my crochet projects are usually for home use. I have coasters. It's actually covering a corkboard inside. So it's actually a functional coaster. It's not just for decoration. Let me show you. This is my first amigurumi doll. It's a awkward looking Pikachu. Yeah, this was the very, very first one. So yeah, it's a weird looking one.
In the society, there are many misconceptions how people see a deaf person. It's very sad to see how often people think that deaf people cannot appreciate music, which is, I think, totally false. In the deaf community, there are many different individuals with different hearing levels, which is also why very important to me how I incorporate music in my work. When I first start editing videos, a lot of my clients would feedback to me and say, Ammar, it's too loud or it's too soft. So again, really, my eyes are my ears. You can see the audio level peaking or not. So I will always be mindful that, okay, maybe at this point is when the sound is good. And I cannot go beyond that point. My background and my knowledge of music, I can apply it how certain music will fit this certain vibe. So it takes a lot of time, years, experience. I need to work twice as hard to prove that we are still capable of working in the same level as you. Back in 2020, I had the chance to film this special art project. It involved dancers in the bus, interacting with the audience. So what happened was they have 3 dancers who will be boarding the bus. And audience will watch the show in the bus. So when I watch I wish like we could have that idea. Maybe we could propose to maybe NAC to do a show same like this format.
I got to know Ammar in 2019. I emailed his hip-hop deaf dance crew Redefinition because I was interested in working with deaf dancers. And then subsequently, we worked on many other dance and theatre projects. So it's travelling on the bus.
Yeah.
Are there other dancers involved?
I'm not sure yet, but
okay.
I hope yes.
Okay. Sometimes we meet up to talk about these concepts so that we can help flush it out and then be able to propose it and pitch it to different organizations to get funding for support for these projects.
And I sit in the bus, I feel that there's a lot of emotion, and it's a place for my creative journey. Whenever I'm sitting on the bus and I look out to the window, it taught me what I need to know about life. I see how the environment changed, how the time changed, people change. It gives me a sense of how in each stage of my life I adapt. And when I venture into the next phase of my life, how can I adapt? If I could tell my story through the bus ride, I think it would be interesting. At the same time, talk about how, because of my disability, I can work through my creative journey and see in a different way.
What if it's too crowded? Then you cannot move through.
No, actually can, because I was thinking we just get a specific bus. So that is catered for audience who book the ticket.
Okay.
So once they bought the ticket, they have a seat in the bus. And we could ask the driver to drive certain parts to kind of like have the feel of the whole journey. You know, like when we reach let's say a certain spot and then they overlook like a river, then a story could be formed there, transporting from one creative aspect to another creative aspect. Yeah, I imagine like when in the bus I could be like, hello, welcome to my journey. Yeah.
Then actually must consider doing more rehearsals on the bus itself rather than in the studio.
Because of my disability, it was quite overwhelming when I tried to cycle on the road. You have to look, you have to hear. I felt more comfortable to use the bus to guide me to know how to navigate through the roads. I always remember that, okay, I just need to follow bus 21 or 12, and that leads me to Pasir Ris Park Beach. I took those buses every morning for 5 years when I was studying in High Saint Catholic School. So it made me a sense of familiarity, and I know that, okay, this route is actually very safe. When I was about 8 or 9, my father would wake me up at around 12 a.m. and ask me, come on, follow me to the Pasir Ris Park. And we would cycle here in the dark. Back then, he would cycle in front of me and I would be behind him. I felt an adrenaline rush, like wow, the start of an adventure. So that's how I fall in love with this place. I come over here twice a week. It's because as a creative individual, I think it gives me a sense of peace, a place for me to clear my mind and also to sort of like reset all over again. Normally when I come here, I will always go swimming. And the reason why I enjoy doing this is because water makes me feel like flexible. It gives you a sense of like serenity. It blocks out everything and just remind myself to be in the moment.
I can walk to the market, but no, I take the bus. To me, bus journey is something that I do look forward to. Bus is calm, zen, peaceful. It's a nice feeling. One day when I was in a bus, one old uncle sat next to me. He was looking at me, so I just turned and smiled. He said, my wife, Lao Po, last time, do this also. He's like, oh, it reminds me of my wife. I like this kind of interaction. It's more personal. Crochet opens up conversations. At Taman Jurong CC, we engage the community to actually do yarn bombing. This is actually a plant.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
a
Monstera
Monstera
plant.
plant.
Oh, it's very nice.
Do you need to put wire in the center? So
No,
it's like
side.
You want to put inside?
Side. We put on the side, then you can at least can fold.
So this one will be, it'll stick out, it won't be stuck on the fence.
Yes, just twist.
Yeah, that's so nice.
It's meant to spark conversations. When they see it, They might go home and say, hey, I saw this cool thing. Come on down, let's go and have a look. We planned something for Easter. Now we have a few small eggs, right? So we can have a few bigger eggs.
Do you need a nest?
Basket?
Basket. Oh, basket, not
Basket.
nest. Nest is for chicken.
And in line with our theory of active aging, we wanted to see if we can repurpose something that we made for Halloween.
So we have decided on the Easter installation, right? Okay, so you'll be at the same place, behind at the fence.
For today's competition at Bedok for ADCC Singapore National Open, before I head to the venue, I'm just gonna do some stretches first to just like warm my body up. I didn't really get a good night's sleep. I don't know why, usually I'm able to sleep, but I think that also shows that it means a lot more to me than I think it does.
ADCC, this is his debut in the professional division. That means that there's some very tough opponents and very game opponents that are coming up against Jed for the first time, and that's a problem for them. I'm expecting him to go out there and perform and be a credit to himself, as he always is.
So I compete to push myself, to break new barriers, to also boost my confidence. Having to compete against people without any disabilities shows me that I'm able to be capable alongside the others as well.
We are here to watch him, and we are very happy to be here to see him competing again.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Yep.
The very first match we were actually worried.
Hey!
Pulling him by the collar and trying to throw, pinning him down. It was really scary for us.
Stay on top! Stay on top! Rotate your arm!
We cannot afford him to have more injuries, especially to his eye. Jed is somebody who knows what he wants. That is the sport that he really wanted to do.
So this is Oz, my friend, also a training partner, and we also just fought in the first round. Me getting in his game,
it kind of went into my specialty of the position that I like to do.
After I tried to get out. And then when I engaged, I somehow went back in there and I got caught. Really fast, so yeah, also congrats.
We've been in the same tournament together, but this is the first time we're actually facing each other. But Jed is one of the fastest improving people I know. Like, he was new, and then now, he's come so far, and, I feel a little bit more scared every time I have to face him. So.
Why got your wound? Did he get your wound or something?
Injuries is important, better take care.
I mean, I thought I would hold out longer than it would. Quite disappointed. Feel like I didn't really show what I could do. Kind of hard, but we'll see in the next match. Hopefully, I'll put up a better fight.
Yeah, later we have to attach lah.
Oh, then how to attach?
Cable tie. There, see? It's not attached now. Can, left. Three square, is it?
Yeah.
Trying to get the center first.
Okay, got it.
The plan started 3 weeks ago with a mock-up of a picture. Remember the Halloween one, right? So we reused the two houses.
Okay, well, is it okay?
Eventually, the picture evolved into more pictures. Every time when we meet each other, new ideas will be propped in. So it becomes a big installation. Up a bit near to the rabbit. Shata, so I put your parakeet here. Most of the pieces that we put up today are freehand. So you can't find the pattern online. It stimulates their brain to think how to actually make the pieces bigger.
Actually, I did the small first.
Oh, then
I scale it to bigger bird. According to their requirement, it is 20 centimeter. Every 3 months, they will come up with the new ideas, and we can share our knowledge, and we can contribute our ideas, and we also engage. So what next? What next?
I hope lot of people will actually touch, see, and also take pictures with it and be happy. The green egg, not too tight, so it has a 3D effect, it's standing up. Yeah, can. A bit down.
Oh, nice actually. I'm proud of her lah, because she makes time to do this kind of thing, to volunteer and to give back to the community lah.
Already right? Yes. Okay. It kind of makes us want to show off our moms to our friends. Yeah, and you can see that she's really passionate about what she wants to do.
Happy holiday!
It's really amazing. We're very proud of her. Show off.
The big man's here. I mean, big woman.
Boss.
As of right now, right, I don't think I will join this program where like I need to connect with people or whatsoever. I'm not a people person. But maybe I might try because of my mom.
I take that as I can pull you all in soon.
Yeah, maybe.
What color?
I want red.
No!
Brazilian Jiu-jitsu pushes me to be better every day. It inspires me to be the best that I can be. The sport teaches you so much. It helps you to have a better self-image, and it gives you a lot of values that you may take back with you as well. Discipline, respect, and humility.
Not too disappointed. I mean, it was a better job than the previous one. I fought him before. This time was worse, but everybody's improving at the same time, progressing together as well. I mean, I really appreciate the sport, appreciate the community, and I really hope that other people come on to pick up the sport and to empower themselves through the sport. And anybody can, like doesn't matter disability or not. Just take that one step in, and I think it's worth it. No, I'm ready.
Okay,
That's ready.
well done, son.
Thank you.
You have given it your all, that's it.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks so much.
I've come quite a long way from being an introverted teenager who has never taken the bus, who was always nervous and conscious about my self-image, to someone who's more confident today. My dream had always been to work with youth at risk, to create a program or like a curriculum to help them in building confidence and self-esteem. I feel that Brazilian Jiu-jitsu is a way to do that. If someone with visual impairment is able to compete in martial art against those who are able-bodied as well, I feel that anybody can take on that challenge and push themselves to be better.
So today, I'm given the permission to do a demo over here, and here we are. It might not be the final presentation, but at least it will allow my funder to have a better perspective of the whole outcome and give me a better opportunity to secure that funding. Okay, so I'm doing a demo. Have a look and enjoy.
If I breathe out,
I want to do a storytelling of my career, my dreams. Dance has brought me to so many places, so many opportunities to meet new people, and It's amazing. I want to leave a legacy behind. I want to be known as a good role model, a reminder to people that even someone with a disability has the ability to achieve things that are beyond their imagination.
Into my soul.